What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Fast. Today, let's get started with Alexander Volkanovski gives honest take on how to beat Ilia Topuria. Alexander Volkanovski gave his take on how to defeat Ilia Topuria, who has become an instant sensation among the MMA community with his recent octagon performances. In a recent appearance on the Flagrant podcast, Volkanovski was asked about the strategy to overcome Topuria. In response, the reigning featherweight kingpin suggested that fighters challenge Topuria to wrestling duels rather than focusing on striking. Wrestle the bloke, man. That's what you want to see. What's going to happen with his gas tank? So even with Ilia, great fighter, like even a lot of the things he does, like I'm sure a lot of it's well-trained, and then he's got so many good instincts as well. Even him just shifting that way, he probably trained for that, but we want to see the gas tank. Israel Adesanya says Sean Strickland rematch not happening next. Eyes October return. Don't hold your breath for a Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya rematch. It doesn't look like that fight will try to get worked on, at least not anytime soon. Adesanya was angling for the Strickland rematch just a few months ago and was very vocal in calling for that bout. However, speaking to reporters at the 2025 UFC Hall of Fame ceremony last Thursday, Adesanya had a very different tone and didn't give much hope of the rematch being next. I want to, but he's busy at the moment with other stuff, so that's him. But we'll see. I'll pick a fight this weekend. Adesanya last fought in February, losing by TKO to top contender Nasruddin Imavov in the main event of UFC Fight Night 250 in Saudi Arabia. Arman Tsarukyan explains why Ilia Topuria easier fight than Charles Oliveira. Arman Tsarukyan is confident he has the style to expose UFC lightweight champion Ilia Topuria's game. Tsarukyan was in attendance Saturday at T-Mobile Arena when Topuria knocked out Charles Oliveira to claim the 155-pound title in the UFC 317 main event. Judging by one particular fight of Topuria's in the UFC, Tsarukyan thinks his wrestling would pose problems for him. I'm a well-rounded fighter, and I'm not going to just try to wrestle him. I'm going to strike him, kick him. Obviously, I'm not going to try to box him. I'm going to try and do a real MMA fight, to show him wrestling, to punch him, clinch work. I watched his first fight and he was wrestling a little bit and he tired so much. And he never fought with wrestlers like me who know freestyle wrestling. Bryce Mitchell, as the worst fighter at 145, he took him down and held him. He got his single leg and even he took him down and he couldn't escape. He was pulling guard. If you're good on the ground, you never pull guard. You're just trying to sweep or get up from there. I can tell he's not high level. Tsarukyan is also coming off of a win over Oliveira at UFC 300. He explains why he sees Oliveira as a tougher fight than Topuria. I'll send Topuria back to the top 15 pound for pound. For me, it's easier to fight Topuria than Oliveira for my style. I like to take down people. When you take down Charles Oliveira, he can still choke you, but Topuria is going to try to get up. He's just going to defend, and then you can go 1,000 times to take him down, because there's no problems on the ground. He's not going to try to choke you or something. Jack Della Maddalena believes Islam Makhachev is too little for him. Jack Della Maddalena is fully confident he will beat Islam Makhachev when they end up fighting. Makhachev is set to move up to welterweight in hopes of becoming a two-weight champion when he takes on Della Maddalena. Although the fight hasn't officially been made, all signs point to it happening sometime later this year. Ahead of the highly anticipated bout, Della Maddalena spoke about it while attending an Eternal MMA event and thinks the size will be a key factor. It's a dream first title defense. Pound for pound number one, get it back for Volk. We saw what Volk did to him. I'm gonna get him. He's too little. He's too little. I'm gonna get him. The size could be a big factor as Islam Makhachev is moving up in weight. Even though he's always been considered a bigger lightweight, Della Maddalena believes the power and strength will be in his favor. Dustin Poirier recalls why UFC 257 win over Conor McGregor was career-defining. Dustin said he was delighted to defeat McGregor, who is widely regarded as the biggest superstar in the promotion's history. For context, Poirier rematched McGregor at UFC 257, which took place at Etihad Stadium in Abu Dhabi in 2021. The former interim champion pressed McGregor against the cage in the second round and displayed his boxing prowess. I mean, beating Conor McGregor in Abu Dhabi after 7 years of him talking and posting pictures of when he knocked me out and all that, just that it felt right. It just felt like it was meant to be. When they called me with that fight, I knew I was going to win. The Louisiana native is currently preparing to make his final octagon walk in a BMF title fight against Max Holloway at UFC 318 on July 19th in front of his home audience. Ilia Topuria calls Paddy Pimblett one of the easiest fights at lightweight. Ilia Topuria believes Paddy Pimblett would be an easy fight for him and one of the easiest fights in the division. All the fans around the world, I think they want to see that fight. But at the same time, I have to be honest, I think it's one of the easiest fights that I could have in the lightweight division because I can do with him whatever I want in reality. It's a very exciting fight for the fans, but I'm going to go enjoy a lot the whole process. If Ilia Topuria does fight Paddy Pimblett next, he knows he would be getting an easy defense of his lightweight title. Not only does Topuria think he would win, but he says he would be able to finish Pimblett however he wants to. I could choose the way I want to finish him. He's not going to stay there for more than one round with me.